This one perspective shift here will change the game of hiring consultants, mentors, coaches for good. What's up? It's Deborah. Happy Monday to you. And I am pumped. I have so much to accomplish this week. It's going to be a very busy and full week for me. How about you? One thing that I know is that as we are playing this entrepreneurial game, as we're playing this purpose driven game, and we are here to make meaningful impact on this world, on this planet, on humanity, we are going to consistently need to up our game. We're going to consistently need to stretch ourselves, to become bigger, to become more confident, more certain, more driven, and not in a way of arrogance, like we know everything, but truthfully from within, having certainty that we will succeed and having certainty that we can make that impact, that plan that we have in our mind, that vision that we see in our minds, we can make a reality. Now, all of us, I don't care how successful anyone is, from the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet to someone who's just getting started, we all have areas where we're feeling a little uncertain. And so, one of my goals is to support purpose driven leaders, mavericks, disruptors, and being able to continually boost, reset, reinvigorate themselves for the next stage of their journey. And this is a continuous process. It doesn't go away. We don't somehow become perfect and have all the answers and it's all done and we can just like live this nice, neat, stable and steady and static life. No, life isn't like that. Life is dynamic, constantly throwing new challenges at us. And as we grow, we're constantly having to expand our ability to show up through trials, through challenges, and deliver our best and make the impact, get the results, get the outcomes that we want to see for the people that we serve, whether they're our readers, our listeners, our clients, our customers, it doesn't matter, right? And so one of the things that I have seen over and over again in this business world that I actually am committed to shifting is this idea that everyone needs to be tugged along by their pain points, and that the better that you get at creating fear and lack and urgency in people, which yes, there is absolutely brain neurology and brain science to that, then the better that you are at actually being able to make a positive impact on them. I beg to differ. I think that that is the way the world is set up now, and that's why it's working. But I actually do believe that inside of our DNA is coded limitlessness. And that when we learn how to speak to that limitlessness and embody that limitlessness in our day to day activities, in the way we speak, in the way we think, in the way that we operate, then what we do is we have the ability to pass that on to others. And so at the beginning, for those of us who believe this way, it's harder because we're going against the grain. However, if you believe in this, if this resonates with you, can I get an amen in the comments? And the reason I say that, I laugh because even when I was a minister, I never said, can I get an amen? But I use that phrase because to me, it's a resonant phrase. When you say amen, so be it. Yes, let it be so. You are speaking into existence what you believe in. And I believe in speaking to people's truest need, demonstrating them that I can get them results before they ever have a conversation with me and before they ever pay me. And that's what I would love to see more of. I would love to see more marketing and sales and presentations that are focused on how this individual actually serves and gets results for that other individual, and not how this person can speak to their pain points enough that they feel urgent and stressed out or afraid of missing out enough to do something. Yes, that does work, but to me, that's not playing at the highest level. And I want to always play at a higher level if I am aware that it exists. So that's what I'm speaking about today. It's really important if you're about to market something, if you're about to sell something, if you're about to teach something new, don't you do some research to see if people are interested in it? Don't you ask your former clients and customers and colleagues what whether they would be interested in that, if it was something that helps them. Wouldn't you want feedback? Wouldn't you want input? Wouldn't you want people to tell you what their experience has been, so you know that what you're going to put out there is actually going to be well received? Now, think about that from the perspective of yourself. If you do that for your clients, your customers, your suppliers, whoever it is, are you doing that for yourself? Before you say, okay, I'm going to invest in consulting, or I'm going to invest in coaching, or I'm going to invest in mentoring, have you actually gone through and seen what other past clients of that person have said? Have you gone through yourself their content and said, okay, yeah, I really get this. This makes sense to me. This feels really good to me. Have you actually used their content, taken a tip or tool that they've given and applied it? If you haven't done that, then how do you know that they can help you? And if you have done that and it has helped you, what are you waiting for? Right? Like, stop waiting for someone to poke at your pain points and get you scared and upset. Like, take the action that feels good and see what happens. I know this is a crazy and radical and revolutionary idea, but this is what I'm here for. I'm not here to say that everything is rainbows and fairy tales, but I'm like, if you've actually sampled the product and you like it, right? You go to the bakery, you sample the product, you like the taste, you like how it feels in your mouth, you enjoy it, you don't get sick after you eat it, wouldn't you go back and buy the thing the next time you're around or you're able to? Why would it need to be something where you need to wait till the owner is going out of business and it's a going out of business sale and you're like, oh man, I'm going to miss out on the last of this cake? Right? Like, if you are a leader, and if you are a leader who's taking your team, taking the people who you're influencing to the next level, if you are a disruptor, then you don't want to be poked and prodded. You want to be taking ownership of your process. So here's how it breaks down. Here's how it looks. Do the research. Don't expect anyone to invest more in you than you're willing to invest in yourself. If you're going off of purely off of other people's excitement without actually having checked out the content yourself, that's problematic. If you're going off of statistics and numbers instead of actually going off of your own experience with that person's content or with that person's training and style of leadership, there's a problem there. You've got to actually experience it for yourself. There can be thousands and thousands of people who say this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but you get in and lo and behold, it doesn't work for you. Lo and behold, there's problems every step of the way. Lo and behold, you didn't get what you came for. Maybe you didn't even know what you came for. This is what happens when you make these fear of missing out and pain point pulling decisions. And I just really want to shift that. I'm shifting that for myself. I want to shift that for others as well. Because in the long run, we're not in a sprint, we're in a marathon. If you're here to make an impact on the world, it's not a 6-month thing and it's over. No, it's going to be decades that you're going to be making this impact, and you're going to be reaching so many people, and you need to be doing it in a way that feels congruent for you every step of the way. And people think that's impossible. People think, you either have to really buckle down and follow somebody else's system and struggle with it, or on the flip side of it, they think that it's supposed to be something where if you just focus on one KPI, one key performance indicator, or one main metric, for example, revenue or conversions or whatever it might be, that's going to solve the issue. But if you're purpose-driven, you already know that's not going to solve the issue. You already know that's not what it's about. You know that you're here to make an impact. And so I'm speaking this because this is something that I believe deeply in. I believe deeply that in the world of business, we're talking more about serving instead of selling, but there's still a whole lot of logistics around it that people just still aren't getting, right? There's still so much fear-based messaging out there. And I've been speaking out about this for a while. Am I perfect at it? No. But I set my intention, I set my direction, and that's the direction that I go in. And my direction is to really create a space where people can truly sample and understand whether what I do, what I say, how I operate works for them or not. It shouldn't just be something where they're just like, oh, I'm just going to, trust the fact that the statistics say X, Y, or Z. The statistics might not work for you. And for real, if you're a disruptor, they probably don't work for you, right? That's why we're here. We're people who stand out from the crowd. We're different. So this Monday, my word of encouragement for you is that whatever your next step is, we always have a goal, right? Maybe we have a goal to enroll some new clients. Maybe we have a goal to reach more people with our ads or with our product. Whatever it is that our goal is, maybe it's just our goal is simply to just have more order in our systems, maybe to get our systems online. I know that's one of my goals this week is I have a whole bunch of systems that need to go online. They're all kind of hanging out in the back burners. Whatever it is, I want you to think, what's the next step that I need to take? What support could help me get there? And then investigate the support. I guarantee you the hour it takes is going to be well worth it. And even if you have to do that hour 5 times this week, and it takes 5 hours for 5 different people, it's okay, because what you will learn from that will help to shape your next journey. We tend to get so tight and stingy about time when it's about investing in ourselves, but we spend it on things that are, I'm not going to say anything on that. I'm going to keep my judgments to myself because I'm about zero judgment. So, what I want to say is value and prize yourself the same as you value and prize your people. And that means take the time to invest the time in yourself to investigate whether this solution is truly the solution that you want. Then, when you listen to your body, it's like it's either going to lean in or it's going to lean out. Like always. In fact, I've even seen training on this for eating. Like, is your body leaning in towards the food or is it leaning out? Like, it's so crazy, right? Our body gives us all these cues that we've learned how to ignore thanks to industrial formats of institutions of schooling, education, and even work environments. We've stopped listening to our bodies, and I'm saying listen to it. If it's a lean in, stop hesitating, get off the fence and do it. It will help you. It will take you to your next step. It may not take you everywhere that you want to go. Very few things can, but it absolutely will help you in your journey and it will get you closer to your desired result. So that's the process, people. Keep it simple. You don't have to worry about this. Oh my goodness, I'm going to miss out on this special. Focus on those 3 things. The first thing is like, what's my goal? What am I trying to achieve this week, for example? It could be this week, it could be this month, it could be this year, but what am I trying to achieve? What's my next step? What support could help me to really feel more confident that that next step can happen? And then investigate what options come your way, what options are available to you. Trust that the options that you need to see are presented to you. Take the time to investigate them. And then notice your body. If you're leaning in, then if it's a full body yes and you're really loving what it is, go for it. Because then you're doing something from a place of excitement and clarity and intention. You're not doing it from a place of fear. You're always going to get better results. You're always going to get better results. Take ownership of it. Not every amazing mentor is an amazing salesperson. And that's okay. You're not hiring them to help you with your sales. If you are, that's a different story. Then they need to be an amazing salesperson. But you're hiring them to help you with your leadership. You're hiring them to help you with whatever it might be. So take ownership of your process. Then you'll know for sure if that person is a good fit for you or not. And you can take the pressure off of them to try to do something that doesn't feel congruent for them. You can take the pressure off of you to do something that's not congruent for you. Everybody wins. It's a win-win-win. Okay, so let me know. Our challenge is coming up very soon. I'm going to be sending out links very shortly. Let me know in the comments if you want to join us on our free. This is the only one I've done this. The only one I've done this week, which is this year, which is the 4 days of absolute certainty. I'm not a big challenge person, but every once in a while I do them. This is your chance to join our free community, to learn exactly what it is I teach about certainty. What I'm telling you now is what I teach my clients. I am not holding back. I'm going to lay it out for you step by step. in that week, in those 4 days, you are going to walk away like Superman or Superwoman in whatever area you feel passionately about. All right, much love. Bye.